Good day. Today is November 2025. My name is Ernest Robinson with the Walt Weekly. I've been contemplating on some of the things that have taken place over the past couple of days. Wednesday, November 26th, was just finishing a funeral. I do funeral services for Army soldiers who have passed on and get them funeral honors. I do funeral honors. I play taps and, fold and present the flag to the family. At the conclusion, on the 27th, I got a report. 2 National Guardsmen were shot in Washington, D.C. Yesterday, November 20th, we all had Thanksgiving, where those 2 National Guardsmen's family were waiting by the phone or in the ICU praying for their loved ones to make it. And it appears today that at least one has not or will not make it. It is beyond disturbing of what is being said by elected officials, the deflections, pivots, the placing blame on anybody but the leadership that is in Washington, D.C. And it's unfortunate about what has happened. I think it's undoubtedly important that not only does everyone have the responsibility to get out there and vote, but to call on your elected officials. Everyone needs to learn how to write legislation. And everyone needs to read the Constitution, not only of the United States, but of your own state. If I'm not mistaken, all 50 states actually has its own constitution. So that way you know what the rules are, how to enforce those rules, how to enforce your elected officials to do their jobs, not just by voting them in or out of elections, but holding them accountable during their tenure and then making requests to removing elected officials if necessary within the bounds of the constitutions. And I say with plural because either the U.S. Constitution and or your state constitution, depending on if it's a state elected official. Because things like what took place on Wednesday should never have happened. Those who are going to be adverse to following laws and rules will probably always be that way. However, this seemed a little bit more calculated, didn't appear to be random, although there's a lot of details that has not yet come forth. And so don't want to be too presumptuous. To the American people, done what was necessary last year. Some of the things that we're seeing this year would not have happened. So I would just say that the day after Thanksgiving, while some may be on Black Friday and either purchasing things and or boycotting, there is another family and possibly 2 that are making funeral arrangements. And I think that just takes the time for us all to be grateful for the things that we do have, opportunities that we do have, loved ones that are around us. There's an exercise we do in Master Resilience training called Hunt the Good Stuff. And I think if we take more time to look for all the things that are going well in our lives, or even for the fact that things that are not going well, but for the chance and opportunities or fact that we have an opportunity to make them better, it's something to be grateful for. Because all the funerals that I do, when it's done, it's done. And there's no coming back. And unfortunately for those National Guardsmen, there is no coming back. And they were 20 and 24 respectively. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you.